What is going on, guys? Crucible here, and I am back with more breakdown videos. This time we're going to be going over all of the different Saibamen, going over every single one of their kits, as well as how the event kind of works. I toyed around with it a little bit this morning, and it seems pretty straightforward. A little bit more straightforward than the Appule squad was going for, but I'll get into that in a minute. But let's dive into these guys' kits and kind of see how good these guys actually are. I really don't have any expectations for a lot of the majority of these guys. I am expecting greatness from this green Saibaman here, though, just due to the fact that you know, he's green, and if he's buffing Saiyan Saga, then at the very least, like, we'll have a solid green unit to be putting on Saiyan Saga, and really all Saiyan Saga needs is a green. In order to be, you know, competitively viable. So yeah, we'll have to see, but we're going to showcase these guys at 14 stars so we can get an idea of how they all work, since you can farm them up to 14. Strike attack 236 isn't, it's not good, but it's better than I would have expected. And then 160 defenses is actually not bad either for these guys. That's actually a little surprising, having these guys be as defensive as they are. And then 206 blast attack. These guys are not meant to fire ki blasts. So let's see. Saibaman's green ability is and he draws the Awakened Arts card self-destruct next, restores allies other than this character's health by 10%, and inflicts 20% to damage by allies for 60 counts. It's not bad. It's honestly not bad. Because this guy's whole thing is that he's meant to be sacrificed, right? He is meant to be blown up to do significant damage to your opponent, and then in the process, he gives buffs to your allies in doing so. If this guy blew himself up, and it's not substantial amount of damage by any means, and this kind of buff didn't last as long as it does, and 10% is a lot of health too. Like this guy probably would have been a little bit more dead on arrival if he didn't have these longer timer counts here. So it's nice to see. That's pretty nice. Unique ability Assault, inflicted damage up, applies the following effects to self from start for 60 timer counts. 70% to damage inflicted, reduces damage received by 30, and 70% to ki recovery. This is good. None of these are non-cancelable though, so he can lose these pretty quickly, which kind of sucks. Defeated, inflicted damage up. The following effect occurs when this character is defeated. 30% to damage inflicted by allies. That's 50. 40% to ki recovery for allies. Shorten sub count by 2 to allies. Saiyan Saga sub count reduction, guys. I'm telling you, Saiyan Saga is going to be a really it's going to be a really crazy team. We'll have to see how this Nappa is when he comes out next week, but this is pretty good. And then inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade 20% to slice damage. Oh, that's a strike card. Okay. So you can definitely put this guy on a Saiyan Saga team, and he's not going to he's going to apply some decent buffs to the rest of the team. This guy is meant to be run with the other Saibamen due to this, because Vegeta doesn't have slice damage. I don't think Yajirobe has slice damage. Piccolo definitely doesn't have slice damage, so this guy is meant to be run with the other guys. But even so, like, even just having this with your the rest of your Saiyan Saga team is actually not that bad. Like honestly, this doesn't really matter too much unless you're running a minions team with Saibamen. So, pretty good, pretty decent kit, all things considered. Nothing with strike and blast. Acid is major impact damage, 100% chance to hit strong poison. Okay. And then special skill, plus 20% of damage inflicted for 20 counts, reduces next damage sustained by 30. That's not a bad green card, actually. That's a pretty decent green card for these guys, considering that it's not locked behind like a limitation. Like this is infinite. That's actually pretty good. Self-destruct deals major self-destruct damage. Self-destruct damage does not depend on your own health, but deals a fixed amount. The following effects occur when there are 3 battle members remaining upon activation. 70% to own awaken damage for 3 counts, and then inflicts all enemies with no switching for 3 counts. Okay, so it's activated. They can't switch in 70%. So if you miss this, there is a chance that you can miss this. If you miss this, then I guess Saibamen still stays alive. Which in that regard kind of sucks, but at that point he just becomes fodder. Like he'd just be the first one that you kill, right? But regardless, like no matter how he dies, like he's still giving these buffs, and he's still giving these buffs on his main. So the only thing you're really missing out if you miss this particular ultimate skill is just doing some damage. And honestly, that's actually not a bad takeaway. So yeah, this guy's actually not bad. It's not the green that I would prefer for Saiyan Saga, but it's definitely worth considering running him on the Saiyan Saga team. So, and then he's 35% to minion in Saiyan Saga. Strike and blast attack, that's good. Double attacker is actually not bad. All right, next we got Kiwari Man. Kiwari Man is probably stat-wise from what it looked like, he is the best unit out of the EXs. Let's take a look at what he does. So he is, wow. Okay. Yeah, significantly better than Saibaman. 243 strike attack, 234 respectively to his attacks, actually. 234,000, 155, 153 blast defense is not bad. He's got dangerous blow. He draws a special move arts card next. Restores own ki by 40. 30% of damage inflicted for 20 timer counts. Again, it's not a bad main ability. Definitely could do some more stuff with this, but for an EX unit, this actually ain't bad. When he enters the battlefield, 80% of damage inflicted for 15 counts. Reduces damage received by 30 for 10 counts. 20% to special move damage inflicted up to 3 times. And minus 20 to special move arts cost. And then sustained damage cut applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield according to the. So this is a last man standing type of guy. 1 or more members reduces damage received by 20 for 15 counts, and then for 2 members draws a special move arts. I've been saying this for a while about Saiyan Saga, right? Does this guy buff Saiyan Saga? He does. And he's another double attacker. Oh my god. Okay. I've been saying this about Saiyan Saga for a while. Since they brought out the latest banner anyway. But Saiyan Saga is... There's a couple things that they do that a lot of other teams don't really have. They do a lot of ally substitution reduction, like count reduction, and they also have a plentiful supply of blue cards. Like you think about it, like grade 8 Vegeta on his green card draws a blue card. Yajirobe, when he switches in on an enemy 50% or less, draws a blue card. Piccolo, after transformed, he does a green card. He draws a blue card. This guy is going to be drawing a blue card pretty much often as well. Like the Saiyan Saga is literally designed around sub count reduction and getting blue cards into your hand. Like I was playing in PvP the other day, and I had a full hand of nothing but blue cards. Nothing but blue cards. Like that is nuts. I've never seen a team do that before. At least to that amount. Like the blue cards are extensive on Saiyan Saga, guys, and this guy's gonna be pretty nuts with that as well. That's yeah, I'm kind of excited. I'm kind of excited about Saiyan Saga now. All right, so special move is acid plus 20% to special move damage inflicted for 3 counts. Makes sense. Unlock key to form. Restores own key by 45. 20% of damage inflicted for 15 counts. 30% to next special move damage inflicted. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And then yeah, another double buffer for that. Oh my god, this is nuts. These guys are crazy. I don't think these guys are like to the crazy levels of like Gokua or like the new Jiren, but they're definitely up there. They're pretty good so far. All right, then we got Kiyokan Man. So he is higher defenses, about mid 160s, and then 222 attack for strike and blast. Yeah, this guy's not going to be much of an attacker, unfortunately. Bio Weapon Menace restores ally health by 30%, cancels allies attribute downgrades. Not a whole lot going on there, but that ally health is actually pretty good. I won't fret that. Team sustain damage cut applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield according to the number of defeated battle members. So at 0 members, he just gets a damage reduction by 30, or reduced damage received. Yeah, 1 battle member reduces damage received by 30% and draws special arts next. And then when he's the last man standing, plus 80% of damage inflicted, 80% to key recovery is pretty nuts, and draws the special move art card next. And then it resets after switch. So this just happens completely. Yeah, you either want to bring this guy in at like 0 battle members or 2 battle members, from what it looks like, because this only activates once. Drawing the special move arts card activates once. So really, at the 1 battle member, you're not really getting much here. So all right. And then cover cut reduces damage received by 40% until damage combo ends when changing cover, and 70% of damage inflicted for 20 counts when activated. Okay, so this guy is your defensive wall for the minions tag, kind of like Rowberry in that sense. He doesn't take Rising Rush like Rowberry. Rowberry's pretty OP for an EX unit, but this guy's going to be reducing a lot of damage and healing that damage back up. Like 30% of ally health is pretty significant, all things considered. So yeah, this guy's not bad either. Full power energy blast inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade 25% of damage received for 25 counts on hit. That's not bad. Green card is 30% of damage inflicted for 20 counts, 20% to special move damage for 20 counts, and cancels own abnormal conditions. So he's got double. Oh, that's ally attribute downgrades. Oh, that's actually pretty good, actually. Okay. Yeah, this guy's not bad either. What does he do? Double defense? That's what I figured. So, all right. So we got a neutral. We got a neutral guy in Saibamen. We got a heavy special move user in Kiwari. We got a defensive Kiyokan Man. What about Jinko Man? Jinko Man. Let's see. He's preferred to be a strike attacker at 238. Decent strike defense at 162. All right, defense for blast defense, and then his blast attack non-existent. Merciless attack, 35% to damage inflicted, reduces damage received by 25% for 25 counts, 60% to key recovery. That's not a bad main ability either. Oh, his kit's actually, he's got a lot of stuff going on in his kit. So when he enters the battlefield, draw a strike arts card next up to 3 times, restores key by 20, 30% of damage inflicted for 10 counts, and reduces damage received by 10 for 10 counts. So he's already getting, after 10 counts, like let's say you put him on a team, you wait 10 counts so you can activate this ability, bring him in, he's going to get 65 damage inflicted, 35% for 10 counts, and then restores key by 2 with 60% key recovery. Yeah, that's not too bad. And then defeated battle members. I'm seeing a pattern here. I'm seeing a pattern for defeated battle members. So at 0 battle members, he has 70% to strike damage inflicted for 15 counts, reduces damage received by 20%. And then that bumps up to 80 and 25, and then 90% and 30. So a lot of these guys are designed to be last man standing. So like, honestly, it doesn't really matter who is your last man standing. It really just depends on what you need in the moment, right? So your best bet would be to kind of study up on these guys and understand how their kits work. And then if you run the minions tag, I should say, if you run the minions tag, definitely consider like who it is that you want to sub out as your last guy, depending on the team you're going into, right? And who their remaining units are. So very, very interesting. Hunting throw, 20% of damage inflicted for 20 counts on hit. Okay. Then green card randomly draws 1 new card, restores own key by 40, 25% of special move damage inflicted for 15 counts. And then what is he? Strike, attack, and defense. That makes sense. Okay. Wow. Wow. All right, so tenement. All right, so this guy's higher blast attack, decent strike defense, a little bit of a lackluster subpar blast defense, and then non-existent strike attack. So yeah, what I kind of figured, need a balance of some sort. So unstoppable key, restores own key by unstoppable assault, restore own key by 30, 50% to blast damage for 20 counts is actually pretty significant, and then card draw speed for 10 counts. Okay, that's arguably one of the better main abilities from these guys. That's not bad. Card draw speed up. Oh god. And when he enters the battlefield, restores key by 30, 50% of damage inflicted, reduces damage received by 25 for 10, and then increase card draw speed by 1. Okay. So same situation with Jinko Man. You're going to want to, after 15 timer counts, you're going to want to flip this guy in. He gets all these effects, and then he's going to be getting this on top of that. He'll be getting 100% to blast damage inflicted. He's going to be getting 60 key right off the bat. Reduces damage received by 25% is pretty good. And then double card draw speed. This guy is designed to be switched in when you completely exhaust your hand. When you completely exhaust your hand and you're not drawing cards and you're low on key, like you switch into this guy, you'll get most of your key back and double card draw speed to refill your hand in like a second. Okay, I kind of like how this guy is set up. Pride. Applies the following effects to self according to the number of timer counts elapsed within current character. 3 counts, he gains 30% blast damage inflicted. Draws a blast arts next up to 3 times. And then 40% of damage inflicted. My god, this guy's going to be doing a decent amount of damage with the card draw speed, with getting that key back. Yeah, this guy's going to be doing combos for a little while. Man, that's nuts. And then, yep, special move. He randomly draws 1 new card on activation. And then green card restores own key by 20, 20% to damage inflicted, and minus 10 to own blast arts cost. Yeah, this guy's pretty good. All right, and then last one's Copyman. This guy was on the bottom of the barrel. So I'm not really expecting much out of this guy at all. We'll see. 234 strike attack, mid-range defenses. Nothing crazy. Unsettling army. Restores own key by 50, 20% of inflicted by allies for 20 counts, and then shortens sub count by 5. Okay. Yep. Kind of figured that much. While this character is on the battlefield, the following effects apply to self when enemy switches characters. Draws a special arts card next up to 3 times. Restores ally health by 25. So heals allies by 25% on switch out. And then 20% to damage inflicted by allies for 15 counts. Okay. And then engage inflicted up. Applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. 60% to damage inflicted for 10 counts. Reduces damage received by 30 for 10. And then when he is defeated, to all enemies when this character is defeated, inflicts attribute downgrade 40%, Damage received for 40 counts, minus 80% to keep recovery, inflict 5 sub counts. That's significant, actually. Having an extra 5 counts on all your enemies. That's, I mean, this is very detrimental. Like this is doing a lot right here. So, I mean, this guy is not bad either. Like it kind of depends on what you want to do, right? Like this guy is more meant to buff your own guys and then to inflict debuffs on your opponent too. Like, not bad. So, and then his special move inflicts enemies with attribute downgrade 15% to damage received. And then draw 1 new card, destroy an enemy card, and then 20% to damage inflicted by allies for 15 counts. And then he's both defenses. Yep. All right. So if I were to put these guys, into like my own personal like category as to how good these guys actually are, this is how I'd kind of do it. So I would have to say I would make the argument I would make the argument that Kiwari Man's first, followed by Tenement, and then Saibamen I would probably say is around mid, with probably Jinko Man, then Kiyokan Man, then Copyman, in this order. So Kiwari Man, Tenement, Saibaman, Jinko Man, Kiyokan Man, and Copyman. In that order is how I would rank these guys. They're like Copyman's not bad. Like all these guys are really, really good. It's just a matter of what you want to do with each of these characters. And I think the top 3 here have more reason to be on their respective teams than these guys in some method. So, but going into the event itself. So basically the way this is going to work is that the first 3 will unlock Saibaman. And then every 3 after will unlock the next guy, right? You can get all these guys just by doing this, up to 7 stars right off the bat. And then at their highest, each one of their missions, they can drop their special adventure slots. And yeah, this is how you kind of farm them. And then the daily bonus stage 2 drops these limited time jobs here. They drop the 7-star and the 23-star. And what this does is it has a random chance of dropping every single one of them. So you want to make sure you're doing this daily bonus every day. Do this daily bonus every day. Get the 123 mark. Get the 2-7 that comes with it. And then depending on who you want to build up, then you're going to want to go for their specific adventure soul and like grind them up in that fashion. For me personally, I'm definitely going to be focusing on Saibaman, Kiwari Man, and Tenement respectively, and getting them up to 14 stars first before I focus on everybody else. But you can take the assessment yourself, guys. See what you guys want to do with each of these. Characters. See who you just kind of determine who you think is the best one for the team that you want to build, and kind of go from there. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. So thank you guys so much for sitting around and watching. I appreciate you guys doing so. Like and subscribe for more Legends content. Let me know down in the comments, who are you excited to use out of all the minions here. And with that said, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.